Good morning. It is Wednesday, August the 17th. I'm Lyndsay Morrison here with Natalie Thomas on the National Morning Show. She's in for Kim McDonald for the next couple of days, and Kasia Badurka will be joining us outside later in the show in for Kevin Yard. And something we're going to notice outside, Natalie, is that it's getting a little darker later in the day.
Yeah, I don't know if we even want to notice that, but we were looking at some of the numbers. The city of Toronto every day is losing about 2 hours of daylight. Edmonton closer to about 4 to 6 minutes of daylight.
Yes, and further into the north in Yellowknife, they're losing about 6 minutes of daylight as well. So I hate to say it, but we're heading in the direction of summer coming to an end.
Certainly. And of course, in St. John's, Newfoundland, well, let's take you to Carbonear, Newfoundland. You're probably thinking, what summer?
Plenty of rain, about 30 millimeters fell in St. John's, but through the overnight hours, temperatures were rounding out about 20 degrees.
Yeah, and they'll stay close to the mid-20s today. So we'll take a look at temperatures coming up in just a moment.
You know, Natalie, every Friday we have our top 10 videos of the week where we count them down, and lately our viewers have been responding with some incredible video, and you have to see this one to really believe it.
What the rating will be.
We'll have more details on this story coming up in the news, but that low pressure system is still marching across northern Ontario.
It is, and it's more so the cold front associated with that.
Good morning. Ontario's fourth tornado of the season was officially confirmed yesterday. The twister was spotted at both the Dryden and Sioux Lookout airports. The twister has not yet been classified on the Fujita scale. Radar indicated several other thunderstorms showed rotation during the afternoon. The storms marched east across northern regions of Ontario during the evening hours. Numerous watches and warnings were in place at the time. The system brought strong winds and heavy downpours. Elsewhere in northern Ontario, the weather is having a major effect on the forest fire situation. To Saskatchewan now, First Nations communities are now eligible for advance payments when it comes to disaster assistance. Metro Vancouver is tapping the sun's energy to heat water at their head office in Burnaby, even during cloudy and rainy days. Heading stateside now, where an amazing rescue took place in New Jersey yesterday. Great story. Those are the stories making headlines in Weather Network News. Stay with us. Our Weather Watch will continue. If you're looking for your local forecast, it comes up every 10 minutes on the 10s. Well, while we haven't had any hurricanes yet in the Atlantic hurricane season, it already has been active. We're already at the letter G in the Atlantic. And now in the Pacific, another named storm is swirling. This is Fernanda. Well, if you're traveling to Atlantic Canada today, the Maritimes specifically, the only reason you would need to pack that umbrella is if you were going to use it for shade. We have high pressure rolling in. Yesterday it was a bit of a soggy day in through Moncton, and then today we're looking at some pretty seasonal temperatures once again, but in some cases we still have some rain falling, don't we, Natalie? Good morning. We're less than a minute away from your local forecast. Lyndsay and Natalie here with you this morning. Natalie, it was a beautiful day in the city of Toronto yesterday,
Yes.
and looks like we may get a repeat performance today. August, and I know many people are breathing a sigh of relief.
Yes, although in northwestern Ontario, yesterday it was not just the rain, it was extremely active, and
Right.
we even did have a tornado touchdown.
Right. You're just in time for your national forecast. I'm Lyndsay Morrison here with Natalie Thomas. Thanks for joining me, Natalie.
Yeah, anything to help my friend Kim out for the week, on vacation this week.
She deserves a break.
She does. It's an early start to the day. She can sleep in for five days.
For sure, and hopefully you're enjoying Kim and not watching right now because it's a little early for you. But let's talk about the weather in Halifax yesterday, because while just about everyone else in Atlantic Canada was, it was a similar situation.
Yeah.
Lots of sunshine.
And the actual hot spot was Ashcroft, BC at about 29.9. So in Toronto, we were only off by about half a degree.
Right, and it's looking like another warm day today.
Very similar. Well, let's take a look. And these temperatures in St. John's, low 20s. Nothing to complain about.
Hey, you know what? Better late than never. Better late have your summer than not at all.
Agreed, because it's been a while since you hit the 20-degree mark.
It has been. You know, Natalie, one of my favorite things to do in the summer, head to an amusement park.
Yes.
It's a perfect way to spend a sunny afternoon, and
no rain showers, not too uncomfortably warm. Oh, there we go. I can't do that ride, you?
I love that ride.
Oh, really? What's it called?
It's called the Behemoth.
The Behemoth. Oh, see, I'm not up on my roller coasters because I can't do them. But anyways, today, if you're heading to Wonderland, very similar day, and we can talk about that right now.
And speaking of amusement parks, the CNE begins this weekend.
That it does for sure, and that I will do, but mostly for the food pavilion where I can get Tiny Tom donuts. So, current conditions in
Well, it's a low-pressure system with a bit of a violent history. We've been tracking a low that's been tracking across the prairies, brought some very powerful thunderstorms to parts of Alberta, Saskatchewan. Well, while they're not uncommon at this time of year, something we certainly don't see every day. A tornado touchdown in part of northwestern Ontario yesterday, and many of our viewers on this coming up in our newscast. But joining us now, we have Natalie Thomas with a closer look at your forecast for not only Ontario, but also other parts of the country. Your national forecast is less than a minute away, and you know, Natalie, we've been talking about signs that the summer season is starting to come to an end. One of those is the CNE is beginning this weekend in the city of Toronto. Right now, the forecast's looking not bad.
Yeah, similar to what we saw yesterday. We're going to be seeing the sunshine today. Maybe
outside our studios.
Yes, we'll see what's going on outside this morning. Now, yesterday, Lindsay, the big story was the active weather in the northwest.
Right, and we can't get enough of this video. This is just a little sneak preview. If you stay with us, we're going to be showing you some more footage.
And we'll have that story right after your local forecast.
Good morning. We've made it to the middle of the week.
Yay.
It's Wednesday, August the 17th. Unfortunately, we've also made it to the midpoint of the month, which for me indicates that summer's slowly starting to come to an end, which I love this season, so I'm not a big fan of that.
I'm a huge fan of autumn, so I'm like, yes, end of August, early September, best time of the year in my opinion.
You know, I've heard from so many people on Facebook and Twitter talking about how they love autumn, and that's great. You know, then you have something to look forward to at the end of the summer.
Exactly. We have a lot to look forward to, and in Halifax, you do as well, because today is going to be a beautiful day with high pressure in place.
Some pretty significant rainfall, and some places are still seeing some showers today.
This is true. So we can take a look at that story through Atlantic Canada and break it down for you. This is the kind of temperatures they're looking forward to.
A big improvement for St. John's. You deserve it, so enjoy it. Natalie, yesterday we were talking about how, well, this summer may have been a little disappointing for some.
Yes.
I don't think too many people in Toronto overall can complain. We have had some heat alert, another sign that the summer is starting to come to an end as we take a look outside our Oakville, Ontario studios. Kasha, where's the sunrise?
Not here yet. We have a few moments. 6:25 precisely is when we're expecting to see the sunshine in our area. Good morning, ladies, and good morning to you at home. We're looking at a very clear morning for us in southern Ontario and very comfortable. Temperatures are currently at 17 degrees for the afternoon. It's going to be much warmer, won't it be? Natalie?
Yes, it will. Thank you very much, Kasha.